Hello everyone, welcome back to another live video. It is 9/11. Have we forgotten? I hope not. No, I haven't. It's a bone-chilling day, even all these years later. If you look here, there's 343 flags. 343 firemen that day lost their lives. There's some very brave heroes. Here are our statistics for that day. We're gonna go up and see this here in a second. This is Shamokin, Pennsylvania. Very big on their tradition and history and pride of the fire department up here. As a matter of fact, right there is a firehouse museum. That's the rescue company over there. They have 2 engines and a ladder truck in there, ladder 32. That's about all I know about that station at the moment. Shamokin Bureau is always changing up their stuff, I believe. But that's the firehouse museum. Someone is actually taking over doing it, actually. He's a volunteer there. And he's actually going to make it up and running again. So it'll be open on weekends and stuff. So look forward to seeing a tour of that here soon. Just another typical day here in Shamokin, Pennsylvania. It's actually very beautiful outside. There's a church that's been abandoned for a long time. It's for sale if you're interested in it. Straight across from the City Hall. We're gonna go other end of the City Hall building here. There's actually pieces of the World Trade Center there. Last year they did a ceremony and dedication of this. It's on my YouTube channel here, actually, if you want to check that out. That's before I decided I wanted to become a vlogger. I just see they're setting up for events later today. There's a guest speaker coming and he's going to sign his autographs to a book he wrote recently. But yeah, they have a stage set up here again. This is where we did it last year here in the city. But this here is actually a piece of the World Trade Center. I don't know how bad that glare is. I have sunglasses on. It's extremely bright out here today. But yeah. Let's walk around a little bit more up the other way real quick and see if we can find anything interesting. Now I'd be real interested in the comments if you guys would write, what were you doing that day when you found out this was going on, that the terrorists were attacking our country? What were y'all doing that day? Maybe we should ask a few folks that are walking around what they were doing that day. How did they feel? I tell you what though, September 12th, this country was so united. I wish we could go back to that day. I hate the fact that September 11th happened, but I love what it did to us as a country. It brought us all together for that moment in time. We were a strong country. I want to go back to that. But I don't want to go back to the tragedy. The tragedy could have been avoided. It really could have been. In my mind. $2,977 people died on 9/11. Planes went down here in Pennsylvania, Shanksville, a plane. They weren't letting them take over that plane and do more terrorist acts. We had one hit the Pentagon, one hit each World Trade Center, collapsed both of them. I was listening to the scanner audio this morning from that day. It was so bone chilling I had to turn it off. Where was everybody that day? That is what I would be very curious to find out. And how do you feel where we're at today compared to where we were then on, say, September 12th? Where are we today? Do we still have the same vibes? We'll never know. They have a stop sign, I believe. But we're going to hit Independence Street. We're going to ask a few people that one question, maybe. Original pizza. OIP. Original Italian pizza. Everybody's cooking lunch around here. It smells amazing. Schmedken's not that poppin' of a town, but it's also not that dead of a town, but I mean it is, but for a city, it's very nice compared to most places I lived. A lot of people have nothing good to say about this area. I mean, yeah, there's no jobs, there's no new developing going on. But if you want to live in one of them quiet communities, might not be a complete quiet community, but it's better than most cities. And the living up here is cheap. I'm telling you. You can get a 4-bedroom, or no, I'm sorry, a 2-bedroom apartment for like $400 or $500 a month up here. I mean, the nicer ones that are being renovated and stuff like that, I mean, they'll go a little more, like $800 for like a 2-bedroom. And then, I mean, they're nice sizes too. You know, I've been looking at a bunch of them recently. I'm looking to move into a different location, but actually out of Shamokin, actually. I'm not trying to stay in this area. This was a temporary fix here. Had to get away from Harrisburg. City life was a bit much for me down there after all these years. I wanted to try something different. Very quiet out here this morning. Not much going on at all. Bar that's closed. Something that used to be there. Local gambling spot. Well, everybody has a Chinese food place. Very good place, actually. I've ate there a couple times. Very good. Games people play. I guess that's another gambling place. I don't ever see it open, though. Second part of the Firehouse Winery. If you look back in my previous videos, there's the Firehouse Winery itself, the restaurant. It's an old Liberty Fire Company. Right? Second alarm fire up there. I got pre-arrival video and everything like that, so if you're into that kind of stuff, check that out. Again, it's the Firehouse Winery. It's on my channel here, Coal Region Explorer. This town has a lot of good architect and history, too. I don't know what's going on up there in the middle of that one. That's horrible looking, actually. And then you also got buildings which I passed it already, I believe, but they're full of nothing but mold and mildew and just collapsing and falling apart. Very sad. Salvation Army. You can actually find some cool stuff in there sometimes. Like here, I seen it the other day. I don't know if it's still over here. There it is. I was looking at this the other day. Remember these? Fisher-Price poppers. Remember them classics? See what I mean? You can find a little bit of everything in there. Some real cool stuff. Real estate place. We've been alive about 10 minutes and I haven't run into a single soul out here that would probably do an interview. So maybe we'll walk into one of these local restaurants, or businesses, I mean. We'll ask somebody. That's funny, CVS and Rite Aid are competitors in the pharmacy businesses, and they're right next to each other. Pretty interesting how that happens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up here for now, and I'm going to go around and see if I can find some interviews today. Again, I like to see in the comments, what were you doing that day when you got the notice that 9/11 was happening? That the terrorists were attacking the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a plane went down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. What were we doing? Please comment below. Anyone agree with me that September 12th was the best for this nation ever, how united we were? We came together really quick for a country. And did we win that war? Is another thing. Did we actually win that war on terrorism? Well, I'm going to get going, folks. Y'all have a great day. Remember, till next time, rise above and crack on.